We write songs about movies, and this week we're joined by comedian Steve Rocco, and we've written songs about Tremors. Like, comment, subscribe, and make a plan with that bell icon. This is the Royds Review Podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back once again, joined by guest, very funny comedian, Steve Rocco. Hey, Steve.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me. This has been a long time coming. We've been talking about this for a couple of months now, I think, right?
Yeah, we've been talking about it a while. You are the one who suggested Tremors. I had never seen Tremors.
Mm-hmm.
Andy, had you seen Tremors?
I missed it. Yeah, no, I never saw it. I heard great things, but I never saw it.
You ever give a woman Tremors?
No, that's my answer.
It's good, because you don't want to break the ground beneath her.
Yeah, and also I'm just awful at sex.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
On a very special episode of the Royds Review.
Yeah.
Andy, you know what's a shame? You know, we are not the first people to write a song about the movie Tremors.
Are you
Really?
serious?
Yeah. Carole King, I Feel the Earth Move.
Interesting. You know, longtime rival.
Yeah,
Carole King.
We've always been feuding with that dang Carole King.
Carole King. One day, Carole King.
Steve, real quick, can you give out your socials and anything you'd like to promote?
You can look me up on Instagram, Steve Rocco Comedy, ROCCO, no dots, no dashes or anything, Steve Rocco Comedy on Instagram. And if you like live comedy shows, you can look up wasted.talent.agency on Instagram as well. You'll see a bunch of shows if you're from the Long Island area. We do a lot of great shows across the island, and part of what we do, we donate a bunch of the proceeds to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Check out Steve on his socials. Go check out A Wasted Talent show. It's all good stuff. So, Steve, you're the one who suggested Tremors. How young were you when you first saw this?
Okay, I was probably like 14, probably around 14 years old and it's back when you would just watch movies on USA, TNA, TNT, whatever. This was flip through the channels and this one scene popped up. I'm not gonna tell you what scene it was that caught my eye. Once we start going through the movie, I'll tell you that's the scene that popped. When I was channel surfing, that's the scene that's that was my introduction to Tremors. The movie was almost over, by the time I started watching it. And I'm I want to watch the rest of this movie, so I eventually watched it from the beginning. It's the best worst movie ever made. That's my review of it. It's almost purposely bad to the point where it's great.
It is different. It's weird, but it's also conventional, but it's I quite liked it. I liked it a lot. I had a great time.
I definitely put it in the cult classic category.
Sure. Without any irony, I liked it.
I had a really great time with this movie. I didn't know what to expect. This is one of those movies, I've talked about it before, where I will also conflate two things together. So, I didn't know what the difference was between this and the movie Holes, and I still have not seen Holes.
A lot of people mix up Tremors with Dune.
Yes, sandworms.
Oh, I was mixing it up with Beetlejuice.
Tremors is it's so weird because it's a movie that came out and then they made a couple of sequels and then they just kept going. And that's where it gets weird. Because it's they had Tremors, the Tremors 2, Tremors 3, and that was it for a very long time. Then they made a TV series. It was Tremors the series on the Sci-Fi Channel. This is back in maybe 2003, maybe 2004. And then while that was running, they were also promoting the fourth movie, which is technically a prequel. It's a movie that takes place in the Wild West. So, and why I call it Tremors 4 then is kind of stupid.
I looked this up, Tremors 4, and apparently it stars the same guy, the mustache guy in this movie with the gun nut. He's in every Tremors up until that, and in Tremors 4, he plays his own great-grandfather.
Yes, yeah.
That's
true.
clever. I like that.
Yeah. And that's where the song I'm My Own Grandpa comes from.
Yeah, yes.
Tremors 4, the musical.
Very good.
There's apparently Tremors 5, which happened about 10 years later. Then Tremors A Cold Day in Hell, 2018. And then Tremors Shrieker Island, 2020.
Did you guys watch any of them yet? Any of the sequels? Or did you just watch the first Tremors movie?
I just watched
the first Tremors movie.
Okay, so the good thing about the second and third movie is that they explain that graboids, they eventually evolve, kind of like they metamorphize. I guess that's metamorphosis. The graboids, they become shriekers, which are kind of like velociraptor type things, and then those things turn into flying versions of themselves, and they call them ass blasters. I'm not going to explain why they call them that. You have to watch the movie.
So the term graboids sticks from Walter Chang.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, throughout the series. Yeah, he gets credit for naming them. Yeah.
I did see an image when I was doing some research on the sequels of a little freaky looking thing with legs, and I'm assuming that's one of the
Yeah, that's the Shrieker. Yeah.
I'm looking at a list of the movies. The first one, directed by Ron Underwood. His name on Wikipedia is Blue. He has a link. The rest of the directors, no link.
No respect for S.S. Wilson.
No, none whatsoever.
That's my boat.
The S.S. Wilson.
The S.S. Wilson.
Yeah.
My boat was in this movie. That's weird.
I named my boat after the neighbor on Home Improvement. Should we jump into the movie Tremors?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, I've asked you this on several movies, so I hope you were paying attention now. How many Universal logos were there at the beginning of Tremors?
Oh, Robbie, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say 2.
There were 2 Universal logos at the start of the movie. This seems to only happen with Universal. It's infuriating me with every watch.
Robbie, I assure you, it is only bothering you.
It really did. It does the logo, and I go, here come the movie. And all of a sudden, another logo, I go, yeah, I know it's Universal. Kevin Bacon is waking up his buddy. Kevin Bacon is Valentine. His buddy is sleeping in the back of a truck, and he fakes a stampede of cattle. We are in the middle of nowhere, or Perfection, Nevada. They argue over breakfast and do rock, paper, scissors to determine who is making breakfast today. Hey, brothers, if you can't remember who made breakfast yesterday, you have issues.
Yeah, totally.
These guys can't remember if they had bologna and beans or eggs for breakfast.
Sounds like a gassy afternoon, I'll tell you what. They're just grinding out these fence posts. That sounds like monotony, and I would assume that all these days blend together. I don't know. I'd be like, I don't even know who you are anymore, man.
They're being affected by heat stroke.
It also begs the ask, were they sleeping in that truck together overnight?
They have an old married couple energy, you know?
Oh, geez.
Very
progressive for 1990.
Honestly, I enjoyed it. I also this movie takes time to establish the characters here, which you wouldn't expect from it's a monster movie. You don't expect that. But I appreciate it. In fact, even if these monsters never showed up, I want to know what's going on with these guys. I like them. You know? I was like, I'm into them.
Yeah, it kind of does what The Thing does. It takes time to introduce the characters, and then shit hits the fan, and then when people start dying, it's god damn it, he died. Aw.
Yeah.
Normally in a monster movie, someone dies, next.
Yeah.
Oh no, Walter, no.
Right. Yeah, because it established the characters.
You're right. It does a great job here with Val and Earl, where it's if they drove out and left Perfection, I'd be like, yeah, I kind of want to see the adventures of Val and Earl.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them.
They see as they're driving, they see Rhonda, the seismology student, and as they're approaching, Kevin Bacon, Val, is like, she's gotta have fat tits, a round ass, a sloppy mouth. It's like, okay, dude.
Yeah, that is most cringe moment in the movie. Total. I'm like, every time that happens, I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, who wrote this? Like, who put this in the movie? I'm like, this is just weird. I don't like it.
It shows that, like, by the end of the movie, he's kind of a different guy, because he's like, at first he's like, she gotta be stacked, and then like you see her and she's got the stuff caked on her nose. She's like, hey fellas. She's
The
like,
funny
oh,
thing is,
man.
like, that wasn't even in the script. He was just talking he was just talking to Earl normally. Like, oh, we're rolling? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
We'll keep that in. That was funny. Everyone knows that Kevin Bacon is a little bit of a misogynist, so.
We meet Rhonda, and she's objectively attractive. She just has sunscreen on her nose. And Val is like, "Aw, she's not a supermodel." And Earl's like, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Earl's a little older, a little wiser, you know.
At least one of those things.
Yeah. Hey, you're half right. That's a good line in the movie, by the way. We'll get to that.
Rhonda tells Val and Earl that there have been some weird readings lately. And then we see our first tremor. Rhonda does some work and the ground bulges up and follows her. She drives off seemingly just in time. And then Val and Earl are cleaning up garbage. They work on a septic tank. And then sewage starts to spew everywhere as they're arguing with each other why they're stuck there. Guys, you're grown men.
Yeah, and like if you look at the sign, welcome to perfection, population 14.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brother.
And that number drops significantly.
Yeah, it does. As the movie goes.
If there was a reporter doing a story on like what happened in the town with the graboids, it's like half the town got eaten by graboids. Yeah, it was 7 people.
Yeah.
Val and Earl get stopped by Nancy on their way out of town. She offers them free beer and sandwiches for doing work. It's not free if you gotta work for it, guys. And they're like stoked. We turned down free beer. No, you turned down working for beer.
Interesting fact, Nancy's daughter, Mindy, on the pogo stick. You know who that is?
Yep.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was her breakout performance right there in Tremors.
Yeah.
Previous episode.
Seating at the auditions for Jurassic Park. Listen, we love what you did in Tremors. We think you're 2 in for Jurassic.
But you got to lose that pogo stick.
Yeah. We can't take it with you.
I thought she fought against the pogo stick. She's like, I'm not going to be typecast as pogo stick girl.
Yeah.
The original script in Jurassic Park was she was going to be on the pogo stick all the time.
The whole time. Running from raptors, boing, boing.
Told you, I don't do pogo no more.
Yeah.
Val and Earl find Edgar. He's up on a power line, dead, and according to the doctor, he died of dehydration. And I think it's Earl. He goes, "You mean he just sat up there and died of thirst?"
Yeah.
That's what dehydration means, Earl. Very
man.
good.
Yeah. That's exactly what I mean.
There is an outtake of the graboid attacking the farm, and you actually see him climbing up there. There's a handful of outtakes for Tremors that were on the DVD. I don't know if you can still find them. They're probably on YouTube, but that is a thing.
I would say better off not showing him climbing up the thing. I like the mystery of, hey, why is this guy up in a telephone pole?
Yeah. That's probably why they took it out of the movie, just for that mystery.
Yeah, it adds a little more tension. It's a very tense movie. Like, it's one of those movies that while Val and Earl are hanging out and we're having a good time, you're like, something's off.
And like, for a horror movie, it's interesting that like 90% of it takes place in broad daylight.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
That's cool.
A farmer is working, his sheep get all freaked out. Suddenly the farmer screams and he's pulled underground and Rhonda gets some seismic readings. Val and Earl are driving, they're talking about Edgar when they see the farm and all the sheep destroyed. Brothers, I would have just kept on driving. Nope, not questioning that situation.
That's the whole thing, that, like, because it's a town of 14 people, they're like, we gotta tell the other, 12 people.
Andy, it could have been my mother's house that I saw those dead sheep. I'm gonna keep on driving.
Well, like, you see the hat on the ground, and he pulls the hat up, and he's like a mangled face.
Yeah.
Like, right there, yeah, I'm out.
I like that the graboid set up a jump scare for them.
Yeah. I'm going to place the hat directly over this.
How did that happen?
It's a miracle, honestly.
Val and Earl try to warn some construction workers to get out of there because a killer is on the loose. And as one of them is using a jackhammer, something screams and blood comes pouring up from the ground. That looked so cool.
All the special effects in this movie are incredible.
Oh, yeah. It's all practical. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's insane.
The cable tangles around the worker's leg and just drags him off to his death. So Val and Earl set out to get some police, and the road is destroyed. They struggle to drive off. They can't figure out why, but they finally do. At Chang's store, there's a giant snake on the back of the truck.
Previous episode, 30 Days of Night. It's kind of similar to that, like, the monsters are, like, creating a perfect scenario for them to, like, eat everybody in the town.
Yeah, because, like, that one road where the construction workers were working, like, that's the one road that leads out of town. And, like, first of all, horrible infrastructure in that town, I guess, because one road that leads out, what if something like this happens? Like, what's the contingency plan?
Long Island. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's true.
We're really one way out.
Yep, that's true.
All right, let's stop singing the Allman Brothers, guys.
Couple of slugmas, Robbie. Hey, Robbie, slug my balls.
Whoa.
I wrote that
Andy,
down, dude.
Andy.
I wrote that down.
Come here.
Are you gonna punch me in the balls because you're gonna slug my ball?
All right, so they see the tentacle on the back of the truck, and they're all like, "Oh, it can't be just one of these things." And they're like, "Oh, so you think there's more of them?" Dun dun dun.
I love this negotiation between Chang, Val, and Earl. He's like, "I'll give you $5 for it." Like,
Yeah.
And eventually
Yeah.
they settle on $15 for this dead thing.
This
Yeah.
dead snake creature.
And I like that Chang sets it up. He's like, "Take a picture with the dead snake." And the little girl's like, he's like, "No, you don't have to be afraid of it." She's like, "I do."
Yeah, it's kind of an alien creature.
A couple is building their house. They look up at the stars when their generator disappears. It shoots up out of the ground, and then the man gets pulled down into the ground.
Interesting fact about that series, when the wife is in the car by herself and the music's playing, that's a Reba McEntire song, which Reba McEntire is in the movie.
I think we get another Reba song at the end, too.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
It's interesting to see Reba just toting guns.
Oh,
It's a weird
I
look.
loved it. Honestly, something moved. The worms pulling the car down is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the
and-
glass breaking in, all the sand coming in. Yeah, that was that was definitely a cool scene.
Yeah, I felt bad for. Oh wait, is this the doctor getting?
The doctor and his wife, yeah.
Yeah, this is the doctor.
Okay, yeah. Because I felt bad because the wife is like just watches her husband get eaten by the ground, and I was like, this poor bumpkin.
He's trying to dig it up, and then like the hand puppet comes up. The puppet's like, "Do you mind?"
Yeah, hey, I'm eating here.
She digs like my dog.
Very cool, very very cool. Again, the budget was $6.4 to $10 million according to Wikipedia. They did wonders with this budget.
Half that went to Kevin Bacon.
Oh, yeah. Reba and the others decide that Val and Earl are going to ride horses to Bixby to get help. And every horror movie needs an idiot with a fake out. And right here we get this kid Melvin running out with a dead worm wrapped around his neck. Braver kid than I ain't wrapping that thing around my neck.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, if I were there, it's going in my ass.
Whoa!
food.
Imagine he came out. It's like he has Hey guys,
Guys,
look!
I have a tail. They're like,
Yeah.
get that thing out of your ass. I do like how every time that kid does anything, everybody's like, I'm gonna beat the snot out of that kid one day.
Well, the funny thing is, like, it's established. I forget if it's established, but that kid Melvin is just by himself in the house for like this entire time. Like his parents are like on vacation or something like that. So he's just being a total shithead to everybody and just like doing whatever they wants. And then like Bert was gonna freaking nail him right in the head, and he's just like, "You came that close."
Yeah.
Val and Earl set out on horseback. They come across the couple's home from before. They hear the radio from the car, and they're immediately like, "We need to get out of here."
Well, like they dig a little bit and they see like the front panel of the car.
Yeah, when
like,
the headlights are coming out of the
Yeah. Like what? That's very cool.
A worm attacks, killing a horse. Val shoots it. Then a giant worm comes out of the ground, and all the smaller worms are its tongues. He's very popular with the lady worms.
Hey, brother.
that scene where the horse falls, a little bit of animal cruelty in my opinion. You can actually see the cables that they use to pull the horse down. Like that was not a trained stunt by the horse. They actually tripped it, which is not I don't like that.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Well, you just knocked this one down a star. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just calling it as it is. Look, I've seen this movie like a million times, so I noticed all these things. Like where, like I saw that you can see like some wires of the puppetry too in that scene if you look hard enough.
If it helps, I know that the horse that they used was actually a racist. So
Oh, there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a race.
You know what? Now I'm okay with it.
yeah. I have a question. The Tremors poster, it shows, the three main characters above ground and then below ground. Big, kind of like a Jaws thing.
Yeah, that's a whole conspiracy on its own. Because like the thing on the box, it's just the tentacle, the mouth, like the tentacle.
Oh, okay.
That's what that is. Which, by the way, is very too big for just the mouth.
Yeah.
Of the tentacle. Like I don't know.
And it's got teeth.
Yeah.
I don't remember teeth in the movie.
The
Yeah, they have
tentacles.
teeth.
I'm pretty sure the
Do they?
tentacles had teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
That had teeth. The main creature does not.
No, it's a big beak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big sarlacc.
Yeah. Kind of.
Mm.
Val and Earl run. They try to jump Springfield Gorge, and of course they don't make it. The giant worm runs right into the cement wall, and I love Val going, "Fuck you!"
Yeah. We killed it.
Yeah.
I have a question. You know that this thing can't make it through the cement. Why wouldn't their first plan later be like, "Hey guys, let's all get to that dam"?
Well, this is foreshadowing to like the plan at the end, which I think I heard that this movie was schlock, and it's like, so bad it's good. There wasn't a moment in this movie where I was like, this is bad. I'm like, this is just a good movie. I don't see anything that's like that came out of nowhere. Like I think it's a very tightly written movie.
Well, they say it's bad because this movie was purposely made to be a cheesy sci-fi monster movie. Like that's what the plan was, to make this movie, but it ended up being a good movie.
Yeah, like jokes on them. You made a great horror movie.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It felt
Monster
like
movie.
they were like trying to make it like a cheesy flick, but then they hired someone who was a good writer who was like, no, we need it to make sense.
Yeah.
Like, we need to set rules in the universe and stick by those rules. And they were like, all right.
Like the dialogue is corny, but it's like, yeah, it's a town of 14 people. These people, they're not, like quick on their feet with one-liners. Like, nah, it's just a bunch of hicks. Like, it fits.
By the way, yeah, that's the scene where you see the main creature, the graboid, then you realize that the arms are just like tongues that come out of its mouth. I always felt that graboids kind of look like giant spiky dicks.
I would say they look like regular-sized spiky dicks. You know what I mean?
I don't understand why you guys are making a point about the spiky. They just look like dicks.
Yeah, dicks have
regular-sized dicks, right?
Yeah.
You guys
No.
Putting down?
Small dicks.
Whoa, Robbie.
The creature does look a little phallic because they have the long thing, and then the head of the beak kind of looks like the head of a penis. So like it does.
Yeah, mine opens up like that too.
Oh.
Yeah, mine has a beak as well.
Yeah.
It's good for cracking walnuts.
Like it dies on the wall, then they're digging up and they realize it's like 30 feet long.
Two things. One, I'm not digging out that worm. No, it's staying there.
You build something around it as the attraction. You don't move it.
But then they figure out that there's more, right?
Yeah, but I'm also not digging out the ass end.
How else are you gonna have sex with it, Robbie?
On the other side of that thing.
Oh.
As Val and Earl plan how they're gonna get the worm away, Rhonda reveals she believes there are 3 more creatures. As they're walking, Earl trips on a prairie dog burrow and immediately thinks one's got him. Some seismic readings cause the 3 to run to higher ground. They hide on a rock. 3 tongue things come out, including one that was ripped in half by the truck. I like their theories as to what these are. Val thinks they're mutations or government weapons to use against Russia.
Yeah, totally.
1990, you know?
Yeah, it's like Cold War shit right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the sequels, do they ever tell you where these things are from?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They explain it.
There's a lot of homages to Jaws throughout this movie. Like the POV of it like sneaking up on people. That's very, very Jaws. And then later you get, you know, they blow one of them up and its guts rains down. And they're like, yeah, that's very Jaws as well.
Val checks the ground. The worms have been waiting for them because they're listening to everything. And I like Earl going, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're stuck here.
Pardon my French.
I love the pardon my French recurring thing. I love that.
And then later she cusses, and then she's like, pardon my French. And Earl's like, yeah, pardon your French.
That night, everyone needs to pee. Was it necessary? No. Is it realistic? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a callback to where Val was peeing off the mountain in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that's right. That's literally how the movie opens up, with Kevin Bacon pissing.
Off the mountain. Pissing off the freaking canyon side, whatever.
Yeah.
He turns around like Mean Creek. Ain't nothing like pissing off a mountainside.
Yeah.
Am I alright?
Val and Earl argue about how they're going to escape. Rhonda asks if they know how to pole vault, which is just obviously a skill all people in the West have. I'd have eaten so much shit. I'd be worm food.
Like, imagine, like, no, we don't.
Yeah. Earl has one little struggle and then just nails it. Earl falls back onto the rock on his back. Dude, you're gonna splatter your skull.
Yeah.
Just end of Earl.
Yeah.
Most anticlimactic death ever. Like,
He seemed like a main character, and they killed him on a rock. That's crazy.
I have a question here. Why don't the worms register the poles that they use to pole vault? Because when Val goes down, he like hits the ground with some wood and they react to that. But then they take the poles and like slam them into the ground to pole vault, and you don't see the worms like going for them.
I think it's just probably because it was such a short period of time. They need time to get over there, you know?
They get to the truck, the worms attack, Rhonda drives off. She's half in the cab with her hand on the gas pedal. I love that.
That scene, you can, if you look, you can see someone actually driving the truck.
Back at Chang's general store, everyone is giving Rhonda shit for not knowing where the worms come from because she's a scientist. So they just assume, you must know everything. We're just a bunch of hicks. Come on, scientist. And all Walter cares about is naming them. The man wants to make a buck. That's all he cares about, and I respect it.
He's very honest. He came to this country searching his American dream. And that's it.
It's true, and he's gonna get that.
Oh no. No.
The American dream was being eaten by a worm.
No, poor Walter.
Yeah, a lot of people come here looking for that, and they don't find it.
Yeah.
Val tells everyone that the worms are heading straight for them and they need to get out of there, and Rhonda suggests heading through the mountains, theorizing the worms won't be able to get through them because they are rock. Melvin does another fake out, and at this point I'm thinking Melvin needs to die.
He doesn't, though.
I know.
Yeah.
Everyone else around him dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Mindy's mother is an awful parent. They're all hiding from these worms, and they're like, hey, where's your daughter? And she's like, outside pogo sticking.
Like, that's the worst thing she could be doing.
During the giant worm attack, all kids must be kept close to their parents.
That was a weird effect. Like when Val grabs her off the pogo stick and it's still standing up there. The worm just grabbed it doop, and it was about to pull it down. That's kind of weird. That was a weird effect. Yeah.
I just any excuse to see the worms shoot something out of the ground is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like a whale freaking breaching.
Yeah.
With the blowhole,
Yeah.
It's almost like what it's like.
Now that we're in the town, this is where the special effects really shine. They're shaking buildings and stuff. How'd they do that? They must have been on a soundstage, covered it with sand, and just
you want to know how it was done? $6.5 to $10 million. That's how they did it.
Yeah, that's how they did it. Yeah.
Melvin sees a worm and climbs up onto a power line like Earl, and everyone runs inside, escaping the worm. This is where Val tackles Mindy, who is still pogoing.
She has headphones on. That's why everybody's like, come down, come over here. She's like, no.
She had headphones on.
Mindy's mom should have been eaten. Another worm attacks. Rhonda gets tangled in barbed wire or something, and Val uses a pickaxe to injure the worm, and then slyly gets Rhonda to remove her pants.
Yeah.
Luckily, they provide her with more pants.
Yeah. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah. I was really scared for a second. Oh, she's going to be running around in her underpants the rest of the movie.
I was like,
way,
wow.
I don't know many convenience stores that just have a wide variety of jeans like that.
Well, remember, it's a town of 14 people, so he's like, I got to stock up.
He sells everything. That is their Walmart.
Yeah.
I guess, that's the only store in town,
Yeah.
He's literally he's like Walter Mart. It's a Walmart.
Yeah.
Walter Mart.
Well, he could just go door to door and hey, what's your size? I'll order that. So
yeah, exactly. Well, they've already lost the only doctor in town.
Yeah,
they did.
I really like the tongue removing the pickaxe. It curves around, and we watch it grab the pickaxe and pull it out. That's really good stuff. Everyone hides in the store. The ice machine turns on. They unplug it, but not before the worm pulls Walter Chang underground. Goodbye, Walter.
Oh yeah, that was tragic. But one thing I didn't understand about that scene, it comes up, it grabs Walter, instant nosebleed. I don't know how that happened.
He must have smashed his face on the floor or something.
Yeah, but he just lifts up his head. He's already bleeding from his nose. I'm like, is your blood pressure that high, dude?
Yeah. I thought this was another homage to Jaws. How he it's got him in his mouth and it's just dragging him across the floor. It's kind of like the guy, one man going to the water.
Oh, Quint?
Yeah, Quint. There you go. Thank you. How he died in Jaws. So
14
across the
people in Perfection Valley.
Yeah.
7 people in Perfection Valley. You ever look into a bad boy's eyes, Chief? No, because they don't have eyes.
Yeah.
During the attack, Rhonda escapes onto a water tower. After the worm plays domino with the store shelves, everyone gets onto the roof of the general store, and it's I'll be honest, that would have been my first place to go.
I like how the graboids are smart, and they just start trying stuff. Eventually they're like, what if we just smash the building? Oh, damn.
A lot of trial and error with the graboids.
Yeah.
They are a learning animal.
Yeah, I like it.
It does show that they do have some level of intelligence, but they do figure things out, which is interesting. I think this is the part then everyone's on the roof, and then you cut to Bert and Heather, because they were out trying to find them themselves, and they're trying to call back the store, and it's yo, is anyone there? They had to go pull lower him down to the radio to pull it up. Yeah.
Did you guys catch the license plate on the truck, Bert and Heather's truck.
Yeah, it's Uzi for you, yeah.
Yeah. Reba turns something on, which causes sound and vibration. The worms head for Bert and Heather.
You definitely know who Bert voted for.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He did a write-in vote for RFK.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, he did.
No doubt about it.
I've got a graboid in my brain. Said RFK Jr.
That was a pretty good RFK Jr. I'm not
It
gonna lie.
was.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks.
But the funny thing is, like, they made him like such a stark Republican. Don't take my guns. But the actor Michael Gross is such a liberal. Like, he's a very outspoken liberal. Yeah. So for him to play this character is actually like humorous to me. It's also a credit to him as an actor.
It's also weird they're in Nevada and Bert wears an Atlanta Hawks hat the whole time.
Yes, that's his team.
Val warns Bert and tells them to get on the roof, but they don't listen. The worm blasts in through the wall, and brothers, this is great. As Heather and Bert just unload on this worm,
Yeah.
and after a while, it just dies.
Yeah, he breaks out the elephant gun, and that finally does it.
It's funny that it happened to break through the wall in their gun room with the wall
Hey
full
guys,
of guns.
what are you doing? Hey, what
Well,
are those?
I think that makes sense because it's going for the sound. So it's going for the room they're going to be in. So, like, it would make sense that it would blast into the gun room. But this also means later on, Bert is right where, guys, your best stand may have just been with these freaking guns.
Yeah. If you just go to their house, you're probably good.
I think that also like Reba shoots a flare at it.
Yeah. She's
Like,
just
that could've-
pulling triggers, yeah.
That could have ended really bad for everybody involved. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One little nitpick, like when Bert uses the elephant gun, like on the graboid, like that's not how you're supposed to hold a gun like that. They totally botched that scene.
They could have botched it as bad as Alec Baldwin, so...
That's true.
It's true. They could have killed an actual graboid.
Yeah. No graboids were harmed in the making of this film.
Just one horse that we tripped.
Yeah. We harmed a horse for sure.
When Bert radios them back and say, "Hey, we killed it. We killed that mother humper." Like, because they couldn't say motherfucker. So like, I just like, who says that? You know? Did they know they were in a movie? You know?
Yeah. In that moment, yes.
But now this is the scene. This is the scene where I start watching it for the first time. So like Bert and Heather go up to their roof and they're all just like, "Hey, Bert got one. He killed one," and they're like celebrating. But so like, Nestor character is just doing this weird thing with his hat. He's just like, "Oh,
Yes!
like,
Yeah!
that's the scene that like I'm channel surfing, and that's what catches my eye. Like this guy just like, like what the hell is that? Like now I have to keep watching.
The tongues start forming a plan, and everyone keeps asking Rhonda what they're doing. She's like, just because I'm a scientist doesn't mean I know everything. Like, I've never seen these creatures before. I don't know. And really the worm's plan is to just knock over all the buildings. That's awesome.
Yeah. Where are they going to stand?
Nestor's death might be my favorite in the movie. When they knock over his trailer and he's like on the ground, like, get up high. So he just sits on a tire and they're like, that ain't gonna work.
That's not high enough, you idiot.
Yeah.
And then they just pull him through the tire. Awesome.
Yeah. Very cool.
And you hear him like screaming underground, like, ah.
Val and Earl plan to use a bulldozer to pull everyone to safety. And Miguel sends a tractor off as a distraction for the worms. Val makes a run for it after tricking Earl. This is where we got the, I'm older and wiser. Well, you're half rat, or whatever he says. After the tractor falls over, Val stops. It's like, okay, maybe Earl should have gone, you idiot. Just keep going.
Yeah. Well, if he remains completely still, it can't see him. Or can't sense him, rather.
That's the theory. It's like, it's like Jurassic Park. It's like T-Rexes. Like, if you don't move, they can't find you.
Yeah.
But this is also a running tractor that's just rolled over now. It's vibrating and moving. the worms would be attracted to that tractor still.
Yeah, a little bit of continuity. It's not like the engine stopped when it flipped over.
Right. And like, I'd imagine a flipped over tractor just vibrating and bouncing on the ground is going to create a lot more vibrations than a guy running. Especially a guy like Kevin Bacon, who's maybe 165 pounds in this movie.
Yeah.
Val stops running so the worm can't find him. Rhonda kicks a pipe and water drips onto the ground. It looked so cool seeing the tongues inside the mud. They're like swimming around and stuff.
There's a few shots where like you see the graboid like under a house, like it's formed like a big divot, and it looks like I'm assuming they used miniatures and a puppet, but it looks so real that I was like this is incredible. This is like really, really impressive stuff. The only thing that doesn't look like super great is the tendrils, like the little guys. That's like clearly just yeah. Everything else looks phenomenal.
And I even liked the little tongues. I liked how they looked.
I like them.
They have personality.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, exactly.
you tell him, little man. Don't go thinking of nobody.
Earl drives the tractor with everyone on it. Bert and Heather are making bombs. You guys are taking way too long to jump into the back of this thing. They're all sitting there like, let's go! And they're like, hold on, one more thing. Like, let's go!
Yeah, and that's like, as the audience, like, you're also like, let's go! Are you kidding me?
Yeah. The tractor falls into a trap set by the worms. Bert throws one of his homemade bombs, and I really liked, I forgot who asks him, hey, what's in those things? And he goes, oh, just some homemade chemicals in the right proportions, or whatever. Just some household chemicals in the right proportions. I loved it.
It's a good line. It's almost like a Walter White line.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy has made meth before.
Yeah. Like foamium mercury with a tweak of chemistry. Few household chemicals in the proper proportion.
If this guy was real, he wouldn't have teeth.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Also, when he's making the bombs, he's like, what is that? He's like, cannon fuse. He's like, what do you use that for? He's like, my cannon. What, you don't have a cannon?
I get the sense Bert has a daughter that doesn't speak to him.
Yeah.
You do find out that he, like, foreshadowing into like several sequels, you do find out he has a child.
Oh, wow.
Robbie clocked it.
Yo, Bert fucks. It's not with Reba. It's not with Reba.
Yeah, I didn't think so, because Reba's probably the same age as Bert's child. Bert looks like he's 20 years older than Reba.
Yeah, Bert fucks, man. Bert's got a piece.
Yeah. Rhonda suggests throwing a bomb in the direction they want to run, and when the worms run from the loud sounds, they make a run for the rock. Melvin is hyped to get a gun, and then he realizes it's not loaded.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for giving that dopey kid an unloaded gun, you know?
Oh, me neither. Everyone gets stranded on a rock. Bert is pissed because he could have made a stand at home. I agree. They use a bomb as bait, and they do some fishing. Worm guts go everywhere. But the other worm throws the next bomb right back at them. That's
cool.
awesome.
I like how they learn, you know? He was like, nope, you're not getting me. You got my boy with that. You ain't getting me.
After the bomb explodes, Val, Earl, and Rhonda are, I guess, thrown from the rock. Because they are like...
That part I don't understand. Like, how did they get all the way out?
Like 40 feet.
Like, I think it's more than 40 feet. It's like even they're like, what the hell are you doing out there?
It's like, I don't know how I got here. It's like a portal opened up.
While they're running back, the worm stops them. Everyone is on the rock making noise to get the worm's attention, but he doesn't fall for it this time. And then Val decides he's gonna make a run for it with the bomb, followed by Earl, and then Rhonda because she has the lighter. Okay, that's really convenient that we gotta get all three of them here, but alright. Val lures the worm to a cliff. He uses the bomb to break off, he uses the bomb to make the worm run from it, and the worm just blasts through the cliff and falls to its death. This looks awesome. The worm splattering on the rocks
Yeah,
and its
very
blood
cool.
coming flying out.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I like to think that that's the same cliff that he was peeing off of in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you like piss? Like, he just like,
Yeah.
The worm's falling. Not in the piss. Not in the piss.
Ew, 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 ew.
Val kisses Rhonda, and the credits roll.
to a Rita McEntire song. So yeah, end of movie. I think it's a classic sci-fi horror monster movie. The weird thing is, like, back in like the 90s, if you wanted to rent this movie from Blockbuster, Blockbuster didn't know like where to put this movie, because I saw it in so many aisles. I saw it in comedy, I saw it in sci-fi, I saw it in horror, I saw it in like action adventure. Like it doesn't, it's like everything.
They kept it behind a little beaded curtain.
Yeah.
They're like, those things are a little too phallic.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. I like it. I like it a lot. Robbie, should we go to Letterboxd?
I think we should. You could follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand. Steve, do you have a Letterboxd account?
No.
Then you can't follow Steve on Letterboxd. But I really liked this movie.
Yeah.
I think this is like a 3.5 star movie.
3.5 out of 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, do you have any suggestions of how to make it a better movie?
No, but I think the movie is what it is. Not every movie is Citizen Kane. Sometimes you got to know exactly what you are, and there's nothing wrong with being a 3.5 star movie.
Oh yeah,
no, it's good. It's a good movie.
Sometimes it's a matter of
movie.
what you're being, and you don't try to be anything else.
If you want my opinion, I think the sequel, I think 1 is a good movie, but in terms of being a Tremors movie, I think the second movie is better at being a Tremors movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Tremors 2 is actually a pretty good movie also, I would say.
Interesting.
And there's a lot more night scenes in Tremors 2. So yeah, that,
like medieval knights?
yes.
That's insane.
Wow. That's crazy.
Because you probably saw, like you said, like the ones with legs, like that's when those guys show up in the second movie, and it's a whole it's in that sense that they have to learn like a whole different creature. It's very interesting. I said, if you want to have me back ever, like we can discuss Tremors 2. Like,
I'd be down. I enjoyed this, so I would. Do
I say we do every one. There's 7 movies and a series.
The series,
Right.
oof.
Don't be dissing the series. I had some, like, Christopher Lloyd was in a few episodes of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and,
now you've got my interest.
Yeah, and Hank from Breaking Bad was a reoccurring character. Like, he was almost every episode.
He does love rocks and minerals.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
But this is Hank. The actor's name is Dean Norris. This is him before Breaking Bad.
So we're doing 3.5 on Letterboxd.
You guys remember the SpongeBob episode with the Alaskan bullworm?
Yes.
Yeah.
They defeat the worm in a pretty similar way. Bring it off a cliff.
Well, I think that whole episode was probably a parody of Tremors.
It was
Yeah,
an homage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's a great part of that episode? Is when Sandy's looking for the worm and she picks up some dirt. She goes, "Worm sign," and you see it's a tiny sign that says "worm." All right, Robbie, I wrote a song about Tremors.
Andy, I also wrote a song about Tremors.
I want to listen to these songs about Tremors.
Well, and Steve, you have a job to do. You're going to tell us who's going to play their song first.
Let's go with you, Rob.
All right. My song is called "We Need a Plan," because throughout this entire movie, Earl is like, "We need a plan."
Yeah, you know what? I was gonna mention that too. Like they say "plan" way too many times in this movie. Like, what's the plan?
yeah.
Here's the plan.
Well, what was his whole thing was like, oh, that guy, you see, he had a plan. That's why it worked.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that was his whole thing. And like, he's like a father-ish kind of figure to Val in that
Yes.
way. He's like, dude, just like stop and think for a second. But then ultimately Val wins because he had a plan, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, again, it's a well-written movie. It's all
Yeah.
there. It's good. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So my song is called "We Need a Plan," and it's all about needing a plan. And it's about Tremors. I almost said Trevors again. It's about Tremors. And I don't really have much to say, so I'm just gonna play it. Is that cool with you guys?
Stuck doing odd jobs, being kept down. Now the earth is shaking. What is that sound? We gotta get away, get out of town. The only thing that can stop us lives underground. If we will survive, then we need a plan. Key to a good life is having a plan. We gotta get away. We gotta get up high. We gotta keep quiet. We gotta climb. Can you pull forward to avoid the sand? We gotta keep quiet. We need a plan. If we will survive, then we need a plan. Money's the next choice, but we need a plan. We gotta get away. We need a plan. Maybe we'll pull up to avoid the sand. If we will survive, then we need a plan. To a good life is having a plan. Money's the next choice, but we need a plan.
That was my song called "We Need a Plan."
That was really good.
Thank you.
I liked
I
it.
like the especially that bridge part with the chromatic baby. That was cool.
I tried to make it like tense.
Yeah.
It was tense. It also gave me like almost like surfer like
Yeah.
like almost like
I-
almost like a Scooby-Doo chase scene montage, you know?
Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah, absolutely. You know what's funny? A lot of times I don't mean to do it, and then a lot of people go, "There's a surfer vibe to it." I go, "Huh." And I never mean to do it, so I guess I'm a surf artist.
There you go.
A Sir Fartist.
Call me Robbie Wilson. I'm the fourth Wilson brother.
Wow.
Get on my ship, the SS Wilson.
Yeah, exactly.
But call back. We did it.
Yes.
Mission accomplished. My work here is done.
But yeah, just a little ditty. We need a plan. Tried to get a tense feeling out of it, and that's why it's a lot of like half steps, like F sharp to G,
Yeah, I like it.
because I always feel like that adds like tension. But yeah.
Yeah.
Andy, tell us about your song.
My song is a very simple song. I found this pretty hard to write about because it is what it is, you know. So, I wrote a song called Perfection. I used...
It's about me.
a...
It's about this movie.
I use my... I just got a baritone guitar, so I use that for the... I use slide guitar on this, Robbie. Because, I did like a Western-ish type deal. So I did my best. But, yeah, pretty simple stuff. It's called Perfection. It goes like this. Well, this town is called Perfection. It ain't anything but sick of doing dirty work, and I'll tell you what, I'm up and leaving, and I ain't never coming back. It'll take a goddamn miracle to ever get me back. Yeah, I'll be 38 miles away, and I ain't ever coming back. Well, it turns out I ain't leaving. Looks like I'm here to stay. There's a mean old monster, and he's heading my way. The ground is mighty hungry, and it's looking for a snack. Yeah, there is something waiting for us, waiting to attack. Oh, I think I'm smitten, and I don't know how to act. All that fancy book learning, and I don't know jack. Well, she gave me a reason to come on back. That's my song called Perfection.
I like it.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
I was gonna do a full band thing, but then I honestly ran out of time. My baby boy is sick, so I was like, sheesh. I gotta.
Was he sick of your shit?
Yeah, that's what he said. And I was like,
You
wow,
should
your
make
first
a
words. First words are really rude, actually. Yeah, I figured, you know what? I don't think this really calls for it. If I did do drums, it would have just been like a tick tack tick tack, like a shuffle type deal. And I'm no good at that anyway, so.
I think that baritone guitar sounds real nice.
Thank you. Yeah, it's got P90s in it. You know what? It's a Harley Benton, which is like a rinky-dink, like, cheapo brand. Like, out of the box, I was like, this doesn't even need a setup. This is really good. Well, like, the regular rhythm part was my SG, vintage SG. And then for the slide, I used the baritone.
The slide sounded great.
Thank you. I just put you know what? I just did at my local music shop. I've been buying a whole bunch of these like amps in boxes, and like I have a little flavor of this, little flavor of that. And he was like, "Yo, why don't you just like use your amp and use the headphone jack in your amp and plug it into your interface and it'll record just straight from your amp." I was like, "You could do that?" He was like, "Yes." So I did it, and yeah, he's right. So now I'm getting rid of all these pedals that I bought. So, yeah, I used that. I thought it sounded pretty good. There's a little bit of a hiss, but, that's rock and roll,
I loved it. I thought that was great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, both good job.
Thank you.
Both I liked. But if I had to pick one, okay, I'm not. You know who won? You know who won? America did.
Wow.
America won today.
Wow. America never
I agree.
loses.
Yeah. You won.
Damn right. Never loses.
Freaking Bertram's like, damn right, America.
Steve, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad that we finally got to do this. And, Tremors is one of my, I would say is it top 5 for me? Yeah, probably top 5 in there. Definitely not. It's maybe number 5 for me. of my favorite movies of all time.
It's certainly very good. One more time, Steve, give out your socials and anything you'd like to promote.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, Steve Rocco, Rocco comedy, all one word on Instagram. And you can also look up Wasted Talent Agency on Instagram. That's wasted.talent.agency for our upcoming shows all across Long Island, which Rob has been on many in the past.
So go check out Steve, check out Wasted Talent.
And
very
check out
funny
Tremors.
guy, very funny people. And, oh yeah, of course, watch Tremors.
Watch Tremors.
Andy,
Yes.
what are we doing next week?
Robbie, I'm thrilled that you asked me. We are doing Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
That is correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost said Bram Stoker's Frankenstein.
Well, it is produced by Francis Ford Coppola. It was intended as a follow-up to his Bram Stoker's Dracula. But this, of course, is directed and starring our good friend Kenny Braggs. Kenny Branagh is back in a Kenny Branagh movie. He's not back on the podcast. We've never had him on the show.
Yeah.
But Kenny, you're more than welcome.
Yeah. I know you listen.
It's also starring Robert De Niro as the creature and Helena Bonham Carter as Elizabeth and John Cleese as Professor Waldman.
Oh, right, he was in that. I remember De Niro played Frankenstein. That's all I remember.
I did not know that. I didn't know anything about this, so wow. This sounds interesting.
Well, we're getting ready for The Bride, directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal and starring Christian Bale as Frankenstein. Or
Yeah.
Frankenstein's monster, I should say.
Mm.
And that also looks very good, so
It
I'm kind of
does.
interested to see that.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you want the music, you go to TheRoyds. Nope. You go to Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, wherever you get your music. You search The Royds. You'll find a bunch of collections of podcast songs about movies and also some studio recordings from The Royds. But if you want everything, you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com. You'll find everything, including guest songs, bonus songs, every single Royds song that's ever been. And also, if you want that, you go to the YouTube. It's all there. Robbie, tell us a little more about that, please.
You go to YouTube, you go to Instagram, you go to TikTok, you go to Reddit, you type in TheRoydsBand. There we are, there we be. Click the link and you'll see our pretty little faces. You can send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. Request a movie at the link in the description below. Just get in contact with us. You can message us, send us an email through the link. We'd love to hear from you. We do have some more requests coming up after we jump into the algorithm a little bit with Frankenstein and another movie that I'm not going to give away just yet.
Ooh.
But, yeah, I like to be secretive. Andy doesn't even know. Andy knows full well what it is.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Well, how do I know? That's weird.
It's the worst
Andy, we
kept
have to
secret.
ban it.
We're doing the Pam and Tommy tape. Thank you so much for listening, for viewing. Steve, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem, man. Let me know if you ever want to do the Tremors mythos, like in the future, man. I'm all down for it.
I do, because I enjoyed this, so I definitely want to explore this universe again.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, I'm not afraid. You will be. You will be.
Well, Andy, do we say anything else usually, or are we good?
I usually say something like, "We'll see yous lady."
And I usually say bye, everybody.
Lady.